welcome to Outside Xbox's Show of the Week. I'm Jane.
And I'm Andy. This week I've been Skyping on Xbox One with my good pal Yusuf Mehdi.
Thank you for calling in to help me show off Skype in Snap mode. Looks like you're working pretty hard out there.
Oh, Yusuf, what's going on? What time is it?
You know, it looks like you're doing okay yourself.
Dude, it's 4 a.m. This is to talk about how great Star Trek is again.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's what's coming up next. So why don't you sit back and enjoy it?
You're weird.
Yeah. Skype in call.
Meanwhile, I've been trying to piece together clues from the Batman Arkham Origins trailer, figuring out what's going to be in the final game.
Well, did you figure out Batman's secret identity? Because I reckon it's Bruce Wayne. This is butler Alfred Pennyworth.
Alfred,
Yeah, Alfred.
the old guy.
Yeah, well, he'd have access to his boss's money. Also, the mask would hide the moustache.
Batman Arkham Origins is the third game in the Arkham series and the first not to be made by Rocksteady, which is reportedly working on a Silver Age of Batman game for release sometime next year. Instead, Studio Warner Montreal is at work on Arkham Origins, which is set before the events of Arkham Asylum. It's based on the comics Legends of the Dark Knight and Batman Year One. In it, a young and unrefined Batman battles 8 assassins sent by Black Mask to kill him on Christmas Eve. Well, we all do things we regret after a few sherries. Whatever your feelings about new developer Warner Montreal, the studio seems to want to include as many villains as possible, which is fine by us. Between the cinematic trailer, screenshots and a leaked sales standee, we've got 6 villains confirmed so far, namely Black Mask, Deathstroke, the Penguin, Deadshot, Joker and Anarky, with more to come. More on them later. Running the trailer through the Outside Xbox Bat computer also throws up some potential Bat allies in the form of Amatech on a bullet casing, pointing to an appearance from Steel, and the Queen Industries logo on a bomb case, suggesting a possible appearance by Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow. Yes, an archery-themed superhero. No, there aren't enough of those, I agree. We can also expect to see the Batwing make an appearance, not as a player-controlled vehicle, sadly, but as a fast travel system, as well as a new gadget called the Remote Claw that lets Batman tether 2 objects together, a skill that's just as useful for creating tightropes between buildings as it is for smashing thugs' skulls together. Also new is a martial artist enemy type who can counter Batman's counters, and the use of the Bat computer to analyse crime scenes. Finally, while it's been confirmed for a while that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill won't be reprising their roles as Batman and Joker, we do now know who will be providing the voices. Batman is now Roger Craig Smith, who you might remember as the voice of Chris Redfield, Ezio Auditore de Firenze, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Joker is now voiced by Troy Baker, voice of BioShock Infinite protagonist Booker DeWitt. Let's just hope the Joker doesn't break into song at any point.
I'm waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
Cool, looks good. I like how everyone has a mask on, so they save development money on mouth animations. Oh God, look, can you answer it? I'll be hiding in the kitchen if you need me.
Hey Yusuf. Yes, your fantasy basketball team is beating Andy's fantasy basketball team.
Hey Mike, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Just putting the finishing touches on my design for a supervillain. I'm going to send it to Warner Montreal for inclusion in Batman Arkham Origins.
Mike, man, this is just you in a hat.
But the hat is full of angry bees.
Or like bees that do your bidding, or...
No, but that's why the expression looks like that.
This is a terrible Batman villain.
Well, who would you include in the game?
Well, first up, I'd say Killer Croc. Croc's shown up in both of Rocksteady's Arkham games, but never in the role of a major antagonist. Sure, you fight him in the sewers of Arkham Asylum, but his role in Arkham City was little more than a brief cameo.
You are not welcome here.
Give us a proper Killer Croc storyline to follow, pitting his animalistic rage against Batman's cold intellect.
Or, how about the Calculator? This is a guy who has all the powers of a calculator, like calculating and being able to form hard-like constructs of weapons and stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, calculators can't do that. Better than him would be the Scarecrow. Batman's Scarecrow gas-induced hallucinations in Arkham Asylum were some of the most memorable parts of the game, and his absence from Arkham City, not counting a deeply creepy cameo, was definitely felt. I can understand Rocksteady not wanting to retread old ground, but I'd love to see Scarecrow make a return in Arkham Origins, with the fear hallucinations angle taken to even further, weirder, more fourth-wall breaking extremes.
Sure, fear hallucinations are cool, but what about a supervillain with a magic hat that fires bright colours, but also bright colours that make him go mad and blind for some reason? That's right, I'm talking about Crazy Quilt.
No, I don't think so. Much better would be the Red Hood. We've spoken before about how we didn't want to see the Joker in Arkham Origins, as he was such a big part of the last two games, and because Mark Hamill has retired from the role. Though Joker is confirmed for Arkham Origins, I'd much rather see Warner Montreal using the Joker's origin story from graphic novel The Killing Joke, in which he's a naive fall guy duped into assuming the role of crime kingpin the Red Hood during an ill-fated heist at a chemical factory. Batman shows up, Jokerification occurs, and you know the rest. It'd be a great way of including Joker without having to rehash any of the stuff Rocksteady has done before.
Yeah, Joker's good and everything, but think how much better he'd be if he had 5 times as many eyes as he currently does, like Ten-Eyed Man. His story is that he was blinded in a fight with Batman, so he had his optic nerves rewired to his fingertips. He was defeated once by having a shrub thrown at him.
Right, by Man-Bat, a character who's actually worthy of inclusion in Arkham Origins. An actual literal Batman, unlike Bruce Wayne's figurative Batman, Man-Bat is a reflection of the darker side of Batman's character, an example of what Bruce could be if he didn't have his intellect and control. In the right hands, this could be an incredible story arc with both Bats duking it out in snowy Gotham.
Alright, he's got super bat strength and sonar and all that, but this is better. Maxie Zeus, a history teacher who goes mad when his wife leaves him and thinks he's the Greek god Zeus. He almost escaped from Arkham once, but he ran into a tree and knocked himself out.
Yeah, that does sound terrifying. The final Batman villain I want to see included in Origins is the ventriloquist and Scarface. We've seen glimpses of them in the previous games, but I think it's time they made the leap to fully fledged antagonists. There's little in the world creepier than a ventriloquist dummy, particularly a dummy that controls his owner.
Little creepier unless you count Batmite, a small man from the 5th dimension with unlimited magical power who wears a poorly fitting Batman costume and turns up to annoy Batman every so often.
Yeah, no, you're right, that is worse.
Now it's time to see what you've been saying on the site, across social media, and coded into fiendish riddles that you've been sending us.
My first keeps peas safe from harm, my second protects a broken arm. What am I?
No idea. First up, comments on the video about 17 Xbox One games we already know are coming out.
Acoustic Phonon was fine with the video right up until the Forza 5 part, saying, "Good stuff, BTW, those two cars are not both P1s, one is M1, the other is P1.
Double wrong. One of them's an F1 and one of them's a P1. You just got channeled.
While Timmy Trollstein says, "Forgot GTA 5.
Actually, while GTA 5 is almost certainly coming to Xbox One, it hasn't been officially announced yet. We just wanted to focus on stuff that was definitely coming.
GTA 5 joins The Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077 on our list of almost certains for the Xbox One. We can probably expect official confirmation at E3 in just over a week's time.
Last week we also discussed the Xbox One reveal as soon as it was over and speculated on Kinect 2.0's apparent omniscience. It can work out balance and things like that. Apparently it can tell your heartbeat.
Dan Templeton seems to know what he's talking about, however, saying, "By the way guys, you were discussing and wondering how the Kinect 2.0 has implemented such complex and potentially ridiculous mechanics. I might be wrong, but my guess is they're using some form of the process of Eulerian video magnification developed by the MIT.
It seems you're right, Dan. The technique tracks minute changes in the colour of your face and can estimate your heart rate based on that. No news on whether it still works if you're badly sunburnt or partial to fake tanning, but Microsoft reckons it will work with all skin tones.
Finally, we took a look at 7 things you didn't know Xbox One could do.
BakuDog finds Kinect 2.0's aforementioned new powers somewhat disturbing, saying, "I'm still creeped out by the fact it could be watching you. How long before Microsoft give the X1 a voice like Hal from the movie 2001? Xbox, turn off the camera." "I'm sorry, I can't do that, Dave. Also, please put on some trousers, Dave."
A window into BakuDog's gaming habits there. Meanwhile, Princeton Malavasi was impressed with Mike, saying, "Yeah, this guy did such a better conference. Xbox hired this guy to save your ass in E3.
That's a great idea. And one more thing. 10 free Xbox Ones for Mike Channel. Get your own mooches.
That's a terrible idea.
Whatever, I've got an E3 conference to prepare for. Now, where was that shop that sells glitter cannons?
It's over there.
Nice one.
So that's it for another show of the week, but between now and next time, get in touch with us on Twitter or on Facebook, and the address is below.
Or if you haven't done so already, sub to our YouTube channel for loads more Xbox 360 and Xbox One videos. We'll see you next week.